That's annoying.
Ulukai? Ulukai! Zonanikar! Sonquarta!
You guys want to keep it down. My head is splitting.
Ulukai, are you unhurt?
I think so, Doc, except my hearing's a bit out of whack.
I do not understand, Ulukai.
Ulukai? What's that, some egghead word for... Holy shit!
What is Egghead?
Who are you? Where are the others?
I am Zokrim, leader of the Dolotai Guardians. What others do you talk of?
Others... like me.
We found you alone, Ulukai. No others were there.
He is surprisingly calm for this, though.
Now what?
Now? Now we
Although
will
he is
help
a trained
you
professional, I
retrieve your
suppose.
5 Mons and defeat Feyran and his soldier leader Croax. Then all of Adelpha will be free.
Whoa, 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 slow down there, Chief. I hate to burst your bubble, but I've already got a world to save.
Yes, Ulukai, and that is Adelpha.
Why do you keep calling me Ulukai? The name is Cutter Slade.
Hundreds of moons ago, the Prophet Khazar spoke of a higher being, the Ulukai, who would arrive at this time to save Adelpha from destruction at the
That's
hands
pretty
of
convenient.
Feyran. To do this, you will need the 5 Mons, sacred objects that have been hidden around the regions of Adelpha, awaiting your arrival.
Sounds like you have some real problems. Zokrim, was it? But right now, I gotta find the 3 other people on my team and a busted probe. That's my first priority. If I have time afterwards, I'll see what I can do about helping you, okay?
If you search for friends and busted probe, have you a way of finding them?
Now that you mention it, no, I don't.
Then I propose a deal with you, Ulukai. I will tell the other Dolotai Guardians to go out into their regions and search for what you seek. When they discover anything, they will get word to me, then I to you.
How many men do you have?
Once, we numbered in the thousands. Now we are but 100, and getting smaller with each moon.
So if I help you get these Mons, you'll use your 100 eyes and ears to look around this world for me?
Yes.
Doesn't sound like I have much of a choice here. How will you know where I am?
We will know, Ulukai. Many Talon will not believe in you until they hear stories of your good deeds. All will watch your every move.
Fair enough. Now the probe is a big, shiny metal object, and I need to find it first.
Is this what you seek?
A backpack? Where'd you get that?
It was found where you arrived, Ulukai, as were many sacred objects of the Yods.
No, the probe is much bigger
I
than
like how
that.
he doesn't question
You said the rest of the equipment is there?
No,
how they know how to
When
speak
sacred
English.
objects were discovered, many Talon take them for themselves.
He
to
just
have
kind
a
of
little part of the
he just
Yods,
assumes that
and
they
to
speak
feel
English
hope
for some
that
reason.
some moon they would help. Most Talon will not want to give up their sacred objects.
This mission will be a snap, Commander. It's just a simple repair operation. What could go wrong? Well, let's count. I lost my crew, can't find the probe. My equipment is being used by the natives as rosary beads. And I have 1 backpack with my HK P-12 and 30 rounds of ammo. I believe that places this mission somewhere just south of Fubar.
I did not understand all what you said, Ulukai, but if you are looking for more items, I would like to give you this.
What is it?
This Gamsav is believed to save a Talon's essence when it is held and squeezed in one's hand. When you do this, a strange glow builds inside the Gamsav, and after a few moments, it lets out a bright light. This is believed to imprint your essence on the Gamsav, but you cannot move while the light is growing.
Skip it, Chief. This is too much. Look, I think I need to clear my head. Got a place I can stretch my legs a bit?
Of course, Ulukai. Our camp is open to you. You should find my son Jan. He can help you. Once he has done so, return to me, and I will open the Dalka, so you may leave.
One thing that annoys me about this version of the game, which is version 1.1, which you can buy on Steam, the audio is off. I don't know why. I don't know how it even works. I really don't. But in the original release of the game, it would be played on CD. It played directly off the CD, in fact. So I guess they just got their timing wrong or something. So because every single musical sting or thing, whatever you call it, is off just by a little. See, right now, it stops way before the and on to a different song completely.
Lexicon accessed.
Well, thank you, computer. Okay. Here we are. In who knows where.
HKP-12 ammo located.
And our computer is already talking to us.
HKP-12 ammo located.
Who needs Cortana when you have
HKP-12 ammo located.
our computer? Which we haven't given her a name yet.
HKP-12 ammo located.
We will call her...
HKP-12 ammo located.
We should call her Navi based on how annoying she can get.
Medical supplies located.
Oops. Oh man, it clicked off. How did I do that? Sorry. Back. Back again. So I'm just looking around for some...
Supplies located.
So right now I'm just looking around for some supplies.
Located.
Okay. I swear in the original game it didn't do that. At least not quite as annoying as that. So this is Ranzar, I think. Ranzar. My notepad knows it and I don't. And I'm supposed to talk to his son for the tutorial, basically. We could do all the tests beforehand. The only one you can't do beforehand is the sneaking test. And that would make it quicker. But I like doing it this way because the game wants me to do it this way. You know.
Stable organic energy detected. HKP-12 ammo located.
So they have...
HKP-12 ammo located.
So if you weren't paying attention to the...
HKP-12 ammo located.
Okay, shut up. So if you weren't paying attention to the cutscene... Oh, look at that. If you weren't paying attention to the cutscene, the idea is that you went... what am I thinking? Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, it starts off by some scientists, of course. Of course, some scientists decide that it would be a good idea to create a...
Unstable organic energy.
there are some
detected.
breakthroughs in quantum physics in which they discovered, they proved some elements of string theory were true, and that multiple worlds and multiple dimensions existed. So they decided to create a probe that would go to one of these worlds, and this was the world that it went to. The problem is one of the aliens, one of the creatures from this world, decided to attack the probe, and it caused the feedback, which made like a black hole forming on Earth. So we had to go through the portal again to go rescue the probe, fix it, and save Earth, basically. So, and we just wake up after the initial cutscene, which is pre-rendered CGI, really bad.
Unstable organic energy
Well, it's not. No, it's pretty bad. Dated would be a friendlier term for that, I suppose.
Cool.
I'm just listening to these guys talk. It's interesting. It reminds me of Oblivion, the way they interact with each other. It reminds me of Oblivion, the way they interact with each other. It's kind of hilarious sometimes. They just like say random words to each other and then leave. Not completely random, but random enough. So I'm going to talk to his son. Oh, one thing I want to mention real quick was the environmental sounds are really interesting. Especially back then. Like if I'm walking on this rug, it sounds like that. But then whenever I walk on the wood, it sounds like that. And of course we take it for granted nowadays, but this is back in what, 1999? And I love the sound of the snow here. It just sounds so good.
Stable organic energy detected.
So here we are. Where did he go?
Located.
Okay, I'll pick up all the ammo. Dang it, computer.
HKP-12 ammo located.
I'm pretty sure it just said it.
HKP-12 ammo located.
I'm pretty sure it just said it once in the original game. The original release of the game. It just said it once and then it highlighted it after that. But this one keeps repeating it. So I'm going to talk to the chief's son.
Yo,
And see what he has
Shorty.
to say.
Are you Jan?
Yes, Ulukai. I'm glad that you are feeling better.
Thanks. Your father said you could help me get the kinks out.
The what?
Forget it. I need to get some exercise. Can you help me out?
I can do that, Ulukai. There are 4 tests we do here to train other Guardians. I can guide you through them if you would like.
I would.
Then you can choose from our tests of jumping, swimming, targeting, or sneaking.
Notepad accessed.
Nice. Okay, which tutorial do we want to take first? You know what? Swim is pretty close, so I'll do
Tell me
swim.
about your test of swimming.
We test the ability of all Guardians to swim down into the waters around Adelpha. This is useful for us when we hide our items or want to avoid the soldiers of Croax. Follow me, and I will explain our test.
Again, he never questions why all of them know English. Maybe he just figures it's some sort of Star Trek thing where there's some, or like, I'm really gonna have to deal with this. The audio is so loud. Sorry. Okay, I'm turning up the desktop audio on the recorder, and now I'm gonna turn down the audio in the game. Let's see, now if I remember how to do it. Oh yeah, they changed that all. Now it's just, okay. Oh, I like how mouse sensitivity is mouse sensibility in this one. We have a sensible mouse. We have the most sensible mouse right here. Okay, let's go, guy. Okay, when it rains, it pours, I guess. Yeah. So, okay, Jan, stop your waiting. How did I even get into first-person mode? Okay, what is
Can I
this
ask you something? You want me to swim in there? I'll freeze my headset off.
This water is very cold, but it holds items that you may find useful. Swim to the bottom to find the best ones, but be sure to protect your essence.
Notepad accessed.
Sure thing, Jan.
Cold, is it not?
Thanks, Jan.
Metal detected.
Okay, let's go find the rest of this stuff real quick. There's a lot of useful stuff down here. Blah, blah, blah. Organic energy.
Foreign material detected.
Yes, there is a crafting system in this game. Except it's not you. It's not you.
Foreign material.
You are not the one crafting. You hand it off to someone else to craft it for you, but you do need to find the raw supplies.
Located. Foreign material detected. Oxygen level low.
That's the first useful thing you've told me all day, computer.
Foreign material detected.
Okay, one more bag of money and that's it.
Metal detected.
I really gotta turn that off, the Steam thing. I don't even know how to turn it off.
Okay, that was cold.
Yeah, no kidding. You should have hypothermia.
Tell me about your test of swimming.
You have finished that
Oh.
test, Ulukai. There is no need to repeat it.
I wanted some feedback, some criticism, you know? I just wanted to know how I could improve. But no, you're just gonna repeat the same dialogue quest dialogue. Jeez. So let's go ahead
What
and
is
do the
this
sneak
sneaking
test.
test?
This is our most difficult test. Since my father orders that we follow the no
Since it's
violence
right
teachings
there.
of Khazar, we find that we are forced to try and sneak into
This
places
is a really hard
without the
test. It's a
soldiers seeing
genuinely
us.
hard test.
Nothing wrong with a little sneak and peek. Saves on ammo.
If you say, Ulukai, me, I want to fight, but my father forbids it. And so now we train how to retrieve objects without being spotted. Follow me and I will tell you the
No,
rules.
your father doesn't forbid it. Your philosophy forbids it. It's very different. Oh, one cool thing, if you didn't notice, he's leaving tracks in the snow, and they're deep. They're see, they're like realistic tracks, sort of. This game was way ahead of its time. They tried way too many things all at once. It kind of bit them in the ass a little bit, but in the end, it is still a really good game. So tell me about this sneak test.
How does this work?
Ulukai, you will now begin the most difficult of our tests. What we will do is have you stand in the area of the square. Once I say 1, 2, 3, you must begin to try and get the fruit I lay on the ground.
Sounds easy enough.
It will not be, Ulukai. If you leave the square before I count 3, I will start over. If I see you, I will tell you, and you will have to come to me to restart the test.
Let's go then.
Enter your square and we will begin. Wait for my count, please.
Notepad accessed.
There is a little bit of a cheesy thing you can do on this part where the thing he's dropping there is a piece of fruit called a hottie, and if you purposely fail the test, you can quickly just grab the hottie and
One,
he'll put it back
two,
down and you can get like 3 or 4
three.
out of it. Wait, how do I...
I have seen
Oh.
you, Ulukai. Come, speak with me.
If you just grab it before you speak to him, you can collect them, and they are useful later on. So what was I doing? What was I doing? What was I doing? I forget.
Want to try that again?
I guess you are still weak from your travels. Let
I
us try
am.
it again. As soon as I say 3, you will need to get the fruit.
No. You can't make me. I think in the original release before the patch, it would like crash. Not crash, it would kind of soft lock because
One,
you wouldn't put
two,
down the fruit again.
3.
Ah, crouch, C, classic. I think I can just run behind him whenever he... But I have to hide behind that thing, but he has to be turned away. This is kind of a difficult test. I think he still sees me. No? Yay, I passed the
I have
test.
seen you, Ulukai. Come, speak with me.
What? I passed it.
Want to try that again?
I guess you are still weak from your travels. Let us try it again. As soon as I say 3, you will need to get
Oh
the
my
fruit.
God. Okay, that's a glitch. I clearly got that fruit. I clearly got it. Thing is, he's really smarmy about it too, the bastard.
1, 2, 3.
He gets really uptight about it. He, like, not uptight about it. He gets like, oh, the great Ulukai can't do a simple test. Ooh. Jerk. Okay. Turn around. Thank you. Okay, if he doesn't do it this time, it's really going to annoy me. Turn around.
I have seen
No,
you,
I grabbed
Ulukai.
it.
Come,
I grabbed it. You saw
speak
that. I
with
grabbed
me.
it. Oh, that's some bull.
Want to try that again?
I guess you are still weak from your travels. Let us try it again. As soon as I say 3, you will need to get the fruit.
I did
remember.
get the fruit.
If you are having trouble, you may find this helpful.
An EVD? Where did you get this?
It was found where you arrived, Ulukai. I meant to give it to you after our tests were complete, but I think you need it now.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. I think there's a few things you can explore back here, but I'll do it after this. I got the fruit. You saw me get the fruit. What am I supposed to do? I think maybe I'm supposed to hide again?
1,
I think I'm supposed to hide again and then...
3.
Metal detected.
Thank you, computer. You are no Cortana. Turn around. Thank you. I think I have to hide again. If I run over and hide again, I think I'll pass the test. No? No? Is this a glitch? What am I supposed to do now?
Foreign material detected.
Am I supposed to get back to the...
Foreign material detected.
No? What am I supposed to do here? I'll just run away. See what happens. Just leave him there.
Foreign material detected.
Unless he's gonna admonish me for running away from the test. I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. I've really never had that happen before. Last time I did this, I just kind of failed every single time because I didn't know, I wasn't quite sure what to do. I think he's just gonna keep looking around. Yeah, I think this is a glitch. Oh, the detection. Oh man, now I have to fail the test. He's gonna say I'm weak from my travels. It's okay, Ulukai. You don't have to pass this test, but all of us do. Shut up, computer. I don't care.
I have seen you, Ulukai. Come, speak with me.
Yes, that's because I stepped up right in front of you. I got the goddamn fruit. You're the one that hasn't seen it.
Want to try that again?
Maybe your travels have taken away your skills, Ulukai. It is of no matter. I will tell my father you finished this test.
Maybe just one more try?
It is okay, Ulukai. Many young Talon fail this test.
But I can...
It will be our
Here he
little
goes.
secret, Ulukai. Do not worry.
Learn, you Reza frackin' son of a...
That son of a bitch. Oh my god. I guess it's just a glitch in this, I guess it's just a bug in this version of the game.
Let's try this jumping test.
Follow me, Ulukai. I will take you to the place where we test the skills of jumping.
Since it's the one that's the photo.
Oh my god! Where are you going? Stop running away!
Crunch, 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 crunch. I still love it. Still good. I live in New Mexico where we don't get very much snow, so it's very, I was gonna say nostalgic. It is a little nostalgic, but it's also like a novelty for me to hear the snow, you know. I suppose in other places where they get a lot more snow, it's like, oh my god, I can't imagine the cleanup after it. I have to shovel out of my driveway, etc., etc., etc. I got frostbite once because it was so cold. And we loved it because we're brave and strong. Ah. Sorry.
What now?
Across the water, you can see the steps that lead to the top of the rocks. Jump across there and claim your reward. Only those of strong essence can make this jump.
Notepad accessed.
Thank you, computer. So I have to just jump across. I have a feeling this is kind of the first one they wanted you to do, but it
Organic energy detected.
but it's an open world game. You can do whatever you want, but there's obviously a linear path they want you to take, and they haven't really perfected it in this game. Like I said, this is an old game from 1999, so it's like this is before they perfected the whole linear sandbox kind of, you know, game. I think. Although Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 had already been out. 3 I think is released in 2000 maybe. A little bit later than this. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Detected.
Is the audio playing? Oh, I'm gonna have to check. Yes, it is. Okay.
Metal detected.
I get paranoid. I get paranoid, and then my computer crashes.
Metal detected.
I have no idea why my computer suddenly fails. It just does.
Metal
Okay.
detected.
Yes, computer. Why do you have to keep telling me that? I don't want to hear it over and over.
Lexicon
Let's see if this headset transmitter works. Slade to group. Slade to group. Is anyone reading me? Damn it, people! Turn on your receivers!
Be careful coming down, Ulukai!
Thank you, Jan.
Metal detected.
No, I won't be careful. I'll just jump off. Oh. I was expecting to hit water. Damn it. Well, maybe I should have listened to him.
Come here a second, would you? What about this targeting test?
We have some pots set up to test the shooting skills of the new Guardians. Even though my father
So what about
unwisely
this final
follows the
tutorial we're
no-violence
supposed to go on
teachings of
before we can
Kazar,
go on to the
we
real
still
game?
need to learn how to aim our defensive weapons. I shall show this to you.
Although he doesn't demonstrate it. He just shows us the pots. He doesn't really demonstrate what the hell we're supposed to do.
Stable organic energy detected.
What's the deal here?
Here you must break these pots. You may find items inside. Try and break them all.
Notepad accessed.
Notepad exist.
What's the deal here?
Oh,
Here you must break these pots. You may find items in...
Notepad.
okay,
accessed.
thank you. Okay. I think I might have to go into first person here.
You shoot well! You shoot well!
Thank you. I'm gonna go pick up your money now.
Metal detected.
Someone was storing their money in those pots, and we just broke them.
Stable organic energy detected.
So, did I pass?
Yes, Ulukai. I had no doubts that you could pass our tests. It was my honor to help you get out of your kink. I hope now that we will be able to learn more useful battle strategies from you.
Your father wouldn't be too happy about that.
My father does not want to see what is happening around him. He talks of the old moons of the Guardians and the honor their name once held. Never does he see that few are being left alive which believe the way he does.
Don't worry, Jan. I've never failed in a mission yet.
Well,
May
that's
the odds be
unfortunate.
silent during your travels, Ulukai. My father will be glad to hear that you are ready to begin.
Thanks.
This and many sacred objects are all around Adelpha now, Ulukai. When they were found, many believe them objects of the Yods.
Oh, great. So that explains why all these objects are in random places. It's because the locals took them and, you know, used them to pray with and stuff. Like he says, they were using them for rosary beads or whatever. There's so many subtle game mechanics that... Not subtle. There's so many game mechanics they try to explain with lore in this game. Like this. In mini games, you wouldn't ask twice about why you're picking up some, you know, ammo pickup in the middle of nowhere where there shouldn't be. Or why there's a health station where it's obviously out of place, you know. But in this game, they really tried to explain a lot of these things with gameplay and with lore and stories, and it's one of its biggest strengths, I think, is the story. Okay, well, if you remember how calm he was, even when he failed his test, how calm he was about everything, and then watch, we'll ask him about his father.
Say, can you tell me a bit more about your father?
He is a great leader, and if things were different in Adelpha, he would be the leader of all the Dolotai Guardians. As it is this moon, we must hide or face the reverting flames of Feyran.
He gets people to join him by burning them?
Yes, Ulukai.
Strange recruitment plan. How's your father fighting back?
We never fight, although most of us would like to. I am beginning to think that my father's essence is going weak. I want to no longer listen to his teachings of Khazar and of peace. I want more than anything to revert Feyran myself for what he has done.
Whoa, simmer down there, Jan. I'm sure your father knows
Jan,
what he's
not
doing.
Jan.
We shall
Jan.
see soon enough.
This was a Belgian production, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's just a Belgian production. I believe Belgian.
Unstable organic energy
Like all my
detected.
facts. Like all my facts on this.
Unstable organic energy detected.
Thank you, computer. I don't know why I have to stop talking every single time the computer stops talking. It doesn't make any sense, but I just feel the need to let her speak because I'm polite.
Stable organic energy
You know, I never
detected.
noticed this. The rock texture above the doorway is the exact same rock
Organic
texture
energy detected.
as the on the sides of the doorway. So
Stable organic energy detected.
it's all stretched and blurred on this, and then it's like
Stable
crisper
organic
on the
energy
top one.
detected.
Man, now that's gonna throw me off.
Stable organic energy detected.
Thank you, computer.
located.
I originally started playing this game again because they reformed Appeal. Appeal is the company that developed this game. Oh man, why am I? Okay, I'm back. That was awkward. So Appeal is the game company that developed this game, and they went out of business in like 2000, 2001 because they couldn't make money, I guess. Even though this is it was a critically acclaimed game at the time, it didn't sell very well. I think the marketing had to do with that. Oh man, what's that? Okay. Okay, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm fine. The reason I'm kind of stalling is because all I have to do is talk to the father and he'll let me go to the next stage, and that's where we're going to end it. So I'm taking a few minutes to explain a few things. So Appeal went bankrupt in 2001, I believe. They were just doing their own thing for a long time, and then suddenly, last year, not last year, 2 years ago, in 2014, they bought the original creators of this game, the original founders of Appeal, bought back the rights to Outcast to re-release it, to update it and re-release it, which is interesting. Usually it's some random company that does it, but this was the original creators. And they they created a company called Fresh 3D. And then last year, at the end of last year, they reformed Appeal. I think they got a few more members and they reformed Appeal, and now they're Appeal again, and it's kind of interesting that they did that. Although the classic phrase of marketing is never throw good money after bad, but this wasn't a bad investment. I think it was just poor marketing, poor understanding, and it really came out at a time where it took a little too long to develop for them. It took like 5 years at a time when it was only like, it would only take like 2 or 3 years to develop a game, or less, because they were just much more simple. And this one took 5 years to come out, and I think that really affected it. And the technology is obviously, for 1999, the technology is obviously not up to snuff. This uses a voxel renderer for the terrain, and polygon for anything like these. The houses are polygons. The houses are made out of polygons, I believe. No, they're not. They're voxels. If you can tell, see how it like goes inside out when you kind of. That's because of the. Oh, okay. I think the roofs. Okay, the walls are voxels. The roofs and the snow, I believe, are polygons. They look like polygons. I don't think you can make hollow. I don't know. You know what? I don't know how any of the technology really works. See, like this is a voxel. You can tell by the way it kind of glitches out when you rotate the camera. And maybe this is too. What I know for sure is the characters are made out of polygons. And that's how they can get fairly detailed characters out of it. But at the time, there was no hardware rendering for this game, even though there were hardware renderers out. But because of the way this was implemented, they couldn't put that into the game. They couldn't like render it at, you know, higher resolutions and sharper images and stuff because it was all CPU reliant.
Unstable organic energy.
And so that kind of, I think that kind of hurt it as well. The original resolutions, I remember this because the original resolutions for the game were like 320 by 200, 480 by something, and there wasn't even 640 by 480. The highest one you can go was like 500 by something. Some really odd resolution that had to be like upscaled to by your graphics card, and that took up more memory too. And it's kind of ridiculous. So one of the things they did whenever they bought it and updated it is they appeal Fresh 3D. They they recoded it. They what do you call it? Not rendering. What is it called when you have code? They recompiled it for modern operating systems. They went in, fixed some stuff, recompiled it, and made it so that it works at modern resolutions. Since CPUs are so much better now, it can just run. And I believe this is still all CPU driven. I believe this is all still CPU driven graphics. And because it's so old, this could have been really cool. It could have been really, really nice if like these voxels can look very realistic. It's one of the, see, if you notice while I pan the screen over, it kind of, there's a line that kind of, it's an interesting technology, and I suggest you look up how it works, because it is a very interesting technology, and it's used in voxel technology. Real voxel technology is used in quite a few things, actually. It's a scanning process. You scan along the lines of the screen up from bottom to top, and basically it puts the pixel where you see it, basically, where you're looking. And it does that 60 frames a second. I think that's basically how it works. Look, this isn't a technical review of the game. This is just a basic thing. But it could have been a lot better if, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. If they used regular graphics, if they used regular polygon graphics of the time, it would have not looked nearly this good. It looks very dated now, and it looked kind of crappy at the time, but if they would have tried to make the scope of this game with polygons, it would have looked even worse. I promise you. They wouldn't have been able to make these landscapes in polygons at the time. I think the closest thing they had... I think the closest thing they had was like Ocarina of Time came out in like 1998. And if you remember how the landscape looked in that, a mountain was literally just like 3 or 4 polygons put together. But look at this. You can actually it looks like a terrain. And with the painted backgrounds, yes, these are fully painted backgrounds. It looks awesome in certain views, like this. This view looks really cool. It looks realistic. And although they removed the fog, there used to be like a thick fog that would go right after the mountains, and that would kind of blend the background into and it looked a little better. But it looks really nice like this too. And they couldn't have done this with polygons at all. And having particle effects, look at that snow. This is volumetric snow. This isn't just something on the screen. It's not just a shader on the screen. It's really particles falling down from the sky.
Detected.
And you rarely see that. And you almost never see that in games at the time because it's just too hard. So I think you can go exploring a little bit in these woods. Not purposely. You can just kind of mess around. You can like Skyrim jump through. If you don't know what Skyrim jumping is. Skyrim jumping is whenever you come to a seemingly insurmountable hill or mountain and you just kind of jump up it because the Skyrim physics engine is kind of crappy. and you just kind of jump your way up it. Okay, I think that's about all. I think that's as far as you can go. If you use cheats, you can get farther, but it just keeps going. It just kind of ends and doesn't do much. I would really like to see more like videos done of this game. Not videos, but for instance, like people who look at beta games, like Yuri of the Wind and Beta 64 and stuff like that, who look at old games and research their history and stuff. And I think this would be, I would like this to be more out there in the universe because I just don't think enough people know about this game, and it's kind of disappointing because it is a good game to play even today. And that's why I play it. So I want to go home just to finish this off.
Excuse me, pal. So how can I get out of this joint?
Have you finished Jan's tests, Ulukai?
Sure did. He says I passed with flying
Yeah.
colors. Now I should get going.
As you wish, Ulukai. But before you leave, I will remind you of our deal. You find the 5 mons,
I finished
and we
most
will
of
attempt
them.
to find that what you seek.
That'll have to do for now. But just know, the second I find that probe, I'm completing the mission first. Understood?
It shall be as you say, Ulukai. Now the path to your first mon lies in Shamazar, the region beyond the Daoka in our camp.
If you say so.
Once you arrive there, you will need to find Shamaz Zeb. He may be in the village to the far west of the Daoka where you appear.
Sounds
So
like a plan.
basically the real
In other regions
real
as
game.
well, you will need to find a Shamaz. They are the only ones who can help you find the Mons.
So the only people I should find are them?
Others will try to help, Ulukai. A good talent to find is also a recreator. I think they have discovered secrets about your sacred objects.
The recreators?
Yes, they and all others will help you. I only hope you will find the help of the leaders as well.
The leaders of what?
Many of the regions produce resources for the soldiers of Feyran and Croax. I have been in contact with many of them,
info
but all
dump.
are unwilling to stop their work for Feyran.
They like working for him?
No, Ulukai. They
Hell
simply
no.
fear his anger, or they are too dumb to understand why we want to do this.
That
I'll see what I can do about that if I have the time.
I know you can win them over.
they're speaking of someone
You
specifically
have
when
the
they say
mark
dumb.
of the Ulukai on you, and all will know your words carry great weight.
So that's what it is. I thought maybe one of your guys mistook me for a New York subway car.
Be warned, Ulukai. Many soldiers have been seen now that you are known to be alive. You will want to stay away from the Temple Fey in the center of Shamazar. There are many soldiers there. Stay to the south end of Shamazar.
Thanks for the advice.
Know this. All Guardians will be watching you. You will find our help when you are fulfilling the prophecy of the Ulukai. and you will know our anger if you do not. All Talon will know your actions and treat you in the manner you treat them.
You just remember that I need to find the others and that probe, and we'll get along famously.
Then I will activate the Daoka for you. May the Yods be silent, Ulukai.
Notepad accessed.
One thing I like about this moral system they implement in this game, which at the time, again, moral systems weren't common. This was a unique thing at the time. Is that... Oh, I should watch him start the... Oh, he has to talk to his son. He always talks to his son right before he starts the teleporter, but I'm not sure what he talks about. The Stargate. Is that... What was I gonna say? See? Stargate. I'll just stand right here. Is that... I think the moral choice system in this game isn't rammed down... First of all, it's not rammed down your throat. You don't just... There's not just a good choice and a bad choice. If you treat the Talon crappy, if you kill them and murder them en masse, they treat you crappy. They charge more money for your weapons later on and your upgrades, and they just sometimes just won't help you. And that's like a more organic, natural way, I think, of doing the moral choice system. And more games, even today, don't do that. And I think they should just do that in games. Like, for instance, Watch Dogs is a classic one where this guy who's supposed to be the hero, he's supposed to be the vigilante who's helping people, and yet you constantly kill people. Constantly. Innocent people. Not all these people deserve to die. You're not judge, jury, and executioner here. You're not Judge Dredd. You are just a guy, a hacker, with magic technology that can hack anything. And so oh my god. Okay, this turned into a rant on Watch Dogs. My point is that the moral choice system isn't like, oh, you run over these people and they start to hate you. You have to run over a lot of people before they start to hate you. But if you pick good choices, the stupid thing about Watch Dogs here is that if you pick good choices in the gameplay, in the storyline, that overrides the moral choices you take during free roaming. So you can kill as many people as you want as long as you pick the right gameplay, story mode elements. And it's like really stupid, and people saw through it, and that's why it didn't sell well. But many games like Grand Theft Auto 5, for instance, doesn't have a moral choice system. You're just a douche. You're just a bad guy. All three of them are just bad guys, and they do bad things. And that's perfectly fine. But if you're going to implement a moral choice system into a free roaming game, you have to make the NPCs react to it too. Because you can't just kill everybody and then have them just be, oh, you're our savior, thank you very much, oh, blah, blah, blah. In this game, if you start killing everybody and and your reputation goes to the lowest point, they will hate you and just hope you leave. And at the end of the game, even if you finish it, they'll just hope you leave and just kind of kick you out, not really praise you in any way, because you're obviously a bad guy. Anyways, I think that's the end of this video. This stream. Hopefully. Maybe. And I will see you next time. See you later. Bye.